Hey there guys. So this week's video is taken from a conversation that I've been having with someone from the US, I believe. And this girl, she was having a lot of difficulty eating around her friends. She was having this thing where she could only really eat pre-packaged foods, and these tended to be pre-made sandwiches, anything that had a prerequisite for like a calorie count or a fat content. That's what gave her comfort, and that's what she feels safe doing. And so she sent me a message based on the video that I did a few weeks back on how I managed to eat abroad. And she was saying that she was going to be going with a few of her friends. I can't remember where. I think it was actually somewhere in the UK. And she was just a bit worried about it because she'd grown so accustomed to this way of life, you know, knowing exactly what she'd be having and just feeling generally comfortable about it. And to go somewhere that was completely new, she didn't really know what to do. And as ever, one of the first things that I did suggest was to let her friends know about it. Now, this of course would make her very anxious, and she admitted that. And she even said that the friends had no idea that she had an eating disorder, and they occasionally made fun of her eating her sandwiches, saying, what are you doing? Because of course, to the average person, if they see someone eating the same thing day in, day out, they're obviously going to pick up on it and think, oh, what is this about? And she even admitted that occasionally these people would make her drop the sandwich from her hands or something. I can't really remember the details too much, but it just meant that there was a bit of uncertainty as to what she'd be eating during the day. So this would of course create the anxiety. So I did suggest that it would be a good idea to let her friends know about it. A, because it would stop them from doing these behaviours that would ultimately make her more anxious, but also B, to allow them to support her. So removing the negative parts of what she's been experiencing and just gaining the positives. And she said that it would be quite difficult, but I said, you know, take your time. I'll put the screenshot up here as well to show you the conversation. But the next day I said, okay, just let me know what's going to happen, and if you need any support, please let me know, and I'll speak to them myself if I have to, because it is important that you have the trust and the support of your friends around you. So I waited, and the next day I get a message from her, which I'll also display here, and it shows that she sat with them, and they had no idea that she had an eating disorder, and they were just very supportive towards her. So I think this really does highlight the importance of letting other people know about the eating disorder and these people can then go on to help you. So you can only really benefit from it. There are only minor instances where you may get a bit of negative feedback, but this is generally because the person you're letting know about your problems, they're not very well educated in the subjects of eating disorders. So in these cases, it would also be a good idea to speak to them about what an eating disorder is and generally what's going through your mind, because it is almost impossible to compare to, because these people are completely, you know, they don't think in terms of calories, they don't think in terms of this anxiety around food, so they won't be able to really match with your level of thinking. And if you can somehow make it comparable by speaking to them about what's going through your mind, it would be really important, because then they can get a true understanding as to what's going through your mind and how they can try and support you so that you can move forward with your treatment. And I mean, if you have any problems getting around that, please feel free to let me know, and I'll try and support you in any way that I can, like I did with this girl. And if it means that I do need to speak to this person so that I can really hammer in what an eating disorder is, then so be it. I'll be happy to do it if it makes you feel more comfortable. And I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, this will help you towards recovery. So yeah, I mean this is a bit of a different video this week because it doesn't really fit into any of the categories that I normally do, but I think it just shows the importance of the things that I've been hammering in every single week about letting other people know. And I hope this does help you try and open up towards other people. And yeah, if you have any stories that you'd like to share with me that I could potentially put on this channel as well, please feel free to let me know, and I'll put it on here as soon as I can. But for now, thanks for watching.